Hi, it's really a good tip to not fight depressive thoughts. If you're in that kind of lifestyle where you're working, you're very, very busy during the day and you're keeping all the balls up in the air, but you're still struggling. And you might feel that these feelings is feelings of sadness, a sort of low feeling, maybe feeling stuck, a bit trapped. And the more you feel those, the more that you sort of want to fight them because nobody likes to feel those feelings. They're difficult, they're negative, they make you feel even more trapped. And the more that you resist those feelings, the more that you resist the negativity of it, the depressive feelings, if you like, fighting them, trying to think your way out of it, the more you're actually going to keep them there. It's like you're putting up a resistance. You put up the resistance, you fight them, they've nowhere to go, and they're just going to stay there. But it's normal to kind of try and think your way out of it, to try and think your way to a solution. But it's not helping you. If anything, it just keeps you there and makes the situation worse and just compounds it. The best thing to do is to relax. And it's quite easy to say this, but excuse me, it's very important to try to relax and to actually let yourself sit with the feelings. If you sit with them, you become more conscious of the fact that they're almost passing through you. So you're releasing the resistance, you're dropping the resistance to them. And this allows you to become more aware of it, allows more objectivity to come into it. So you're releasing the resistance. You can just try this a little bit, okay? It doesn't necessarily all have to work at once. But that fight, it's a natural human thing to do. There's a sense of urgency with it to want to fix it, and you don't want to keep feeling like this. You're tired of it. It's exhausting, it's draining. I understand that. It's normal depression, and especially any kind of like major depressive or a high functioning depression is very draining and debilitating because you're putting all your energies into like doing your day-to-day stuff, but emotionally you're not there, you're not fulfilled, something is just not working. You have to release the resistance to that. And I say that urgency to fix it and to stop feeling like that is very normal. And then sort of it's almost like a constant feeling of panic and urgency and I want to get out of this, but really the way to deal with it is to relax. And like it sounds like acceptance is not necessarily acceptance. It doesn't mean that you're not doing anything about it, but it's just a kind of allowing the energy to kind of flow through you, if you like. Okay, so you're not putting up that resistance, and that helps you, and it helps you, to understand yourself a little better and have little sort of mini breakthroughs, if you like. You might start to think about things that will help you feel better, and that's all part of that process of reducing that resistance and to stop fighting that negativity. Um, because I've spoken about this before. I feel very strongly about, you see a lot and you hear a lot of the language of fighting. They're going to fight this disease, and that's normal, and it's admirable for people when they're fighting, um, illnesses and diseases, and that it's the human instinct to want to do that. Um, with this particular issue, it's ideal to the better approach is to relax into it and to just sort of let it sit with the feelings, and they won't last forever. And because everything changes, but the more you resist something, the more it will stay there because you're putting a block up to it. You're not allowing that change to come through you, those new thoughts, that objectivity, a bit of appreciation, a bit of self-love and self-care. Because when you're fighting and putting up resistance, all of these other things about self-care and looking after yourself, they just go out the window. There's no room for that, and that's not what you want. You want to help yourself. And of course, this is all, I'm not saying don't go to your doctor or anything. Maybe you feel you might need to go to your doctor. These videos and these clips are about, trying to give you some hope. There's always hope for this, so you can fully recover from these conditions, and it's to give you little tips and little advice to help you through it, and to give you that a bit of hope that actually, yeah, there is something that you can do for yourself. And another helpful thing to do for yourself is also to jump on a strategy call with me, and the questions and the way that I put things to you will help you to think of things a bit differently and, hopefully give you a little breakthrough. So I'd encourage you to do that as well. So I hope this has been helpful. Remember, stop fighting it, stop battling and resisting, and just relax and accept, not necessarily accept, but just let those feelings be there. And you'll notice that there will be more fluidity about them, and they will pass, they will come and go. There's an ebb and flow to all of this, but the resistance will just keep it there, and you don't want that, okay? Because we want you to feel better, and that's I want you to feel better, because you can absolutely recover from depressive symptoms. I hope that's been helpful. Bye for now.